You know, this is, in some sense, artificial distinction between man-made chemicals, which have come from the lab, and natural sacraments that are, you know, grown by Mother Nature. But ultimately, in a whole system theory, it's all nature. And we're talking about the intelligence and the spirit in the plant being the fourth factor. That's very true, you know. Terence McKenna had this idea that I think he got from Bear Owsley, which is the first person I've seen it attributed to, who was an LSD chemist. But Owsley said that he believed that the planet herself is, as an intelligence, is secreting these things as exopheromones, as some type of chemical signature that's activating the species. Because in the Gaian mind, we're all her children, and we're being groomed by her to come back into right relationship. But in the larger historical sense of what's happened in the last 60, 70 years of psychedelic culture in the West from the lab, there's the origin story of Albert Hofmann, which, if you dig a little bit deeper, it's a very interesting story. But basically, as a mystic chemist, you know, he admitted in his childhood he had spontaneous mystical experiences and sensitivity to nature herself. And you've got to remember, after 500 years of dominated culture creating this momentum of his story, we've ended up with white picket fence America in the 1940s and around the world, which was distanced from the spirit of nature herself. And so if the spirit of nature herself does have an intelligence and works through her creatures, she had to get into the lab. She had to have a conduit, a portal through a sensitive mystic chemist to roll out something en masse to shift the vibrational energy of tens of millions of people to change the course of his story. So in a larger sense, I believe the planet was working through the CIA and the people of the establishment like that. And I agree, on one level, it's well documented that the CIA were very much instigating and springboarding the entire psychedelic revolution, but it got loose. And I think either some people in that organization really were the central intelligence and were switched on and have been working through the political and social level of culture, but on the larger Gaian level of life on Earth, we're all being worked by higher intelligence. And I believe and have faith that it's all going